The board's gonna, like I said, ask you one question per board member. And if you give us just a few seconds after each one so we can write it down. I'll be asking you first question. What do you already know about our school, and why are you interested in serving on a board?
Well, at this time, I think the school board and the school system is in a changing pattern, I guess would be the word. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. I think everything that we have is what we fought for over the years, and everything we want to try to keep. The school is a solid school, and it's a good school. I was on the committee last year this time, and I talked to the gentleman that helped put on that program, and I asked him at that time how he felt the Neely Oak Hill system was. And he said it was a very solid system. He said that financially it's going to be around a long, long time. So we have that going for us. We know that we can't live in the 1950s with the technology that we have today. And so at this time, I think we have to move forward. I think the board that was here before this board is about to be seated did an admirable job doing what they did. They've taken the bull by the horns and they've got it out there. They've got the people understanding what has to be done and why we have to do it. I compliment Mrs. Lingenfelder for taking that action. And I think at this point in time, the board has to continue looking at that. And I feel that that's what has to happen. And that's why I'm interested in serving on this board.
Mr. Zagers, as a school board member, how appropriate would it be for Superintendent Kim Lingenfelter to contact your employer about your workplace performance?
Well, she'd be contacting me personally, so I guess that report wouldn't fly here. I would like to think that if Mrs. Langenfelder needed to talk to me, she knows she could. I don't have a problem with that at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, what personal or professional quality do you hope to bring to the school board?
Well, the one thing that I guess I'm trying to get across more than anything else is that the school is still in flux and there's still things that have to be done. And in the 40-plus years that I've been in the construction business, I've worked with a lot of subcontractors, contractors, engineers. I did residential and commercial construction, so I understand that part of it, and I'd like to think that I could help the board feel that they're going to get the best bang for their bucks in whatever they decide to do. And that's my main reason for running, is to help bring this school up to the standard that we feel in this community it needs to be at. I really don't think anybody in this area doesn't disagree with the fact that stuff has to be done. Improvement has to be made at the school. And I don't think there's anybody here that doesn't disagree with the fact that money needs to be spent. We just need to know how we're going to spend it. And once again, I am very upset that Mrs. Lingenfelder won't be here to help us with that.
Thank you.
What kind of skills or expertise can you offer?
Oh, I feel I can talk with about anybody if they want to sit down and listen and talk or exchange ideas. willing to look at their thoughts and see where they're going with it. So I feel I can get along with people and work with them, compromise it, but that's what has to happen. I have in the past.
Right?
Mr. Zegers, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your schedule to appear here tonight. John Adams says we are not a nation of law, we are a nation of laws, not of men. Do you believe the Neely Oakdale School Board should be ruled by the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, and the policies set forth by the Neely Oakdale School District? In essence, should Neely Oakdale School Board follow the laws of the land and its own policies?
Well, that's how this nation became, it's what it is. If we decide to step out beyond our boundaries, then who's gonna govern us and then who's gonna govern them? We have to stay within our boundaries. We have to stay within our boundaries in everything we do. Now, I don't know why we'd wanna step outside that at this point in time. All we do is get ran over.
Thank you.
That concludes the questions from the board. If you would please go back to the others so we can finish entering the other candidates.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christopher Ford will be next.